All right. So today's topic here is swimming shenanigans, and we're gonna take a look at a few different spots in SM64 that are kind of weird in RTA. So we'll start with the TTM upwarp. I prepared a few for the same RTA upwarp strat. So these are all going to be apart by one frame, and we'll take a look at why the timings are different. So you see the clips themselves until the upper body of water are only one frame apart. But if you take a look at the miscellaneous timer for the backflip, they're apart by like zero point 0.1 each. The reason for that is on each frame, Mario is in free fall state between the bodies of water. His negative vertical speed increases, and with each frame of that, you will actually be able to swim later. So you might be able to gauge when to start to swim if you develop an eye for that. Now, if you look closely, the first two ones were actually clipping on the same time, and despite that, were still zero point 0.1 apart. So I'm going to showcase some obscure tech here. On the last frame, before you enter free fall state, you press Z. You will actually conserve all the speed you had from the jump dive into the free fall state. So if you look at the bottom one, I'm going to press Z button here, and I have a lot of speed which I can conserve into the upper body of water. So that means you will actually be able to swim faster because if you jump into water, your speed gets divided by 4, and that is your initial speed, so you can surface faster. So yeah, that's the first thing. Next one we're going to look at is DDD 100. So there's an invisible wall here, as we all know. And a lot of people rub up on the wall and jump out with bad pitch. And that is not good. It should look more like this. So you want to be a little bit horizontal when you surface and then jump out. So Mario can cover more distance per frame. So you see the units, it's like 3 units of invisible wall here. So you want to be as quick as possible so you don't get caught up. I actually prepared two GIFs here. So you see this little black line here is the invisible wall. And yeah, you want to just go as fast as possible. Okay, next thing is front up. So if you do front up, in a lot of situations here in RTA, you want to jump out of the water and Mario just does not jump. And people say like, okay, press down an A and it has to work, but there are some conditions that need to be met actually. I want to, it's like kind of obvious, but you need to be on the surface. So it can look kind of deceiving, but that's kind of a rare thing. But if you see, look here on my stick value, I'm holding a little bit up and then neutral for a while, and then I press down and AMR is not going to jump. Okay, that's kind of obvious. Next thing though is pitch. So pitch is the thing that's Mario around his lateral axis. If he looks down a little bit, even if you're on the surface, you're not going to be able to jump out as well. So in this case, I'm holding the minimum angle here to change Mario's pitch. And 2 frames later, I hold down an A. He's still not going to jump out. Third one, this is the bullshit one. Look at this. I'm pressing down an A, he still does not jump. That is because there's like actually 1 frame on the swimming cycle where you just can't jump out of the water. And that is the last breaststroke frame before the end swimming animation. So here we go. That's why this is bullshit. THI, if you clip here, there's actually something interesting. If you enter the body of water and hold down, Mario will surface like point 0.2 earlier. I don't know the technical reason behind that actually, but it's a thing. It's really strange. Last thing I want to showcase here is test turning. So actually, if you hold between 70 and 99 on your stick value, you will turn more than if you hold more than that. So Hori players are actually at a disadvantage when turning in water. This also applies to poles, flying, and cannon shots. So as you can see here, Mario turned a little bit more, and that is my showcase. Thanks for your attention.